Hey girl, if you're looking for tips on how to have your at-home manicure looking cuter for longer, you're in the right place. So let's start by prepping our nails. And the first thing that we're going to do is just to give our nail bed a nice clean, push back those cuticles. So here I just decided to change to this nail file because I didn't have any cuticle pushers. So here I'm just pushing my cuticles back, which will make it easier to cut. And as you can see, I've got small nail beds, so I need that little extra space for the nail to lay on. Now I'm moving to cutting my cuticles, and I personally just find this part so satisfying. So here you can either use a liquid cuticle remover. I'm just using what I've got on hand, but I wish I'd bought some liquid because with this you have to be really gentle, you have to be careful. I did end up slightly cutting one of my cuticles, which, yeah, it's a little bit painful, especially if you put alcohol on your fingers. So here you just want to repeat the same steps on the other hand. Push back your cuticles, then cut them, and make sure everything is neat and tidy. I'm actually going to be trying two different methods, which the first one is the base method, and then the second one is the glue method. And with the base method, you need a UV lamp. So hopefully both of them will make your nails last 3 weeks. If you're going to be doing the base method, I recommend setting some time away from everything, house chores, anything you might have going on, and actually taking time to do your nails because it's quite tedious. Here I'm just trying to clean off the cuticle that I cut, and luckily my alcohol is gentle. But yes, if you just want an easier version, which is the glue method, I'll show you the best glue that will keep your nails stuck on for about 3 weeks. I mean, when I do my nails, now they usually last me for about 3 weeks. Yes, and I'm also going to show you a tip on how to keep the nail art looking neat and tidy and not rubbing off. So here, the little plastic thingy that comes with the nails, you're gonna need that. That's gonna make your application easier because that's what I usually use to put the tips. Yeah, so after I've sized my tips, obviously I put them in the other plastic, if you can see. Then I use the one that usually has the display nails to put the tips that I've sized in order so that I don't lose them. If, let's say, I have to go do something quickly, then at least I know I've sized my tips. This tip helps also because you can actually move the plastic mold away from where you're doing your nails. So, yep. Then, yeah, you just want to measure your nails. Then I usually put the nail on both nails, the left and the right, just to make sure that it fits. And then if I find the same size, I place the nail on top of the other nail just to make sure that they are the same size. Yeah. Then obviously I just place it into the plastic mold. I don't know what to call it. The nails I've decided to wear today are the Primark Gel Effect nails, and I just find them the perfect thickness. Yep, here's all my tips measured. Obviously this one didn't have 5, so I had to put the last 2 on the towel, which is fine. Then I'm just gonna file down my nails so that you've got a rough nail bed, which will help obviously the nail adhere to your natural nail. You can use a normal nail file like the one on the side, or you can use the nail file that comes with the nail tips. I do recommend an electric file just because it makes it way more quicker and easier. Then you just want to take the same file and file underneath the nail tip, and obviously this will help the glue or the base to adhere to your nails. I'm just going to change the file tip into this smaller one to go around my cuticles. However, I recommend a circle tip, the small circle tip for your cuticles, but this is what I have in my pack. So I'm just going to go around my cuticles again just to roughen it up a bit more, take off any more dead skin. So after you've filed your nails, you want to clean them and also dehydrate them. I don't have a nail dehydrator, but rubbing alcohol also works. So this is just going to take all the debris, the oil off your nail beds. So I'm just wiping each nail down before I go in with the nail primer to prime my nails for the glue. And what nail primer essentially does, it just dries up your nail, not in a bad way, but it just removes any extra oils so that the glue or your base can adhere, and this is what will help your nails last longer. All you need is a thin coat. So here I'm just putting a thin coat of the primer on my nails, and you don't need to put it under a UV lamp. It dries on its own. Now I'm just gonna go in and start doing my nails, and this is the glue that I do use. It's rated one of the best glues on Amazon. This is the base coat that I'm also using. So this is the Modelone's base coat, which also comes as a top coat. To be honest, it was a set, like a polygel set, but Modelone's do a primer and base coat, which I'll link down below. Yes, so this one I'm just starting with the base coat, and I will not lie to you, this part was just extra tedious for me because one, my toddler started crying, so I had to kind of rush to feed her. Plus the base coat slides, it's not like glue, so you actually have to try and support it and move your UV lamp about. You want to leave it for the full 60 seconds. You can be checking to see if it's excuse me, if it's adhered to your nail, which I'm just checking here. I had to actually redo this nail again because it hadn't stuck down. So yeah, with the base coat, it works best on clear nails. This is what everybody said, that it works best on clear nails, and it actually did work on these nail tips. So on my second nail, I am using the NYK1 nail bond glue, and I do stick it on and hold it for about 30 seconds to a minute. And I don't put that much, but I do put on my natural nail and underneath the nail tip, which, yeah. And obviously you just hold it in place. I'm using the timer just to count how long I've got. And I'm pressing it down, not too hard, but as much as I can, just so that there's no air bubbles and that it will adhere. Yeah. And my honest review on both the products, I would say they hold as well as each other. When I've used the glue, it has lasted for about 2.5 weeks. When I've used the base, it's lasted for 3 weeks. So and the initial hold, they're as strong as each other, to be fair. So yeah, I'd say the only complaint that I do have is just that the base is just so annoying to try and keep the nail in place. I don't know if there's any tips on how I can slide it. You know, like with acrylic, you can just slide it underneath the lamp. With the base, you have to really be careful. So, yes. However, I do like the fact that after you've taken it out and when it's stuck onto your nail, it feels like, yeah, it feels as strong as a professional set that you get in the salon. So here, if you can see, I'm having to do so much finger bending. Oh, but it is what it is. But do feel free to move the UV lamp about, just because you want your nail to adhere properly. You don't want the base to just adhere to your nail and leave space, because you're going to have to redo it again. You might even have to file again. You can actually purchase a handheld lamp from Amazon or Temu, but obviously I didn't have mine here. But it will make your job way easier than this. Yeah. So I did have to glue some just so that I can attend to baby girl. But as I said, I love this glue, so I didn't have any issues with that. So the next part is for making the nail art last a bit longer. And you just get a top coat. This is the Modelone's top coat. Then you just put a layer over your nail tips. And it just gives it that extra shine as well. You basically just go in one direction. You don't want to do too much when putting the top coat. That's what will just give it that even shine. Yeah, and this will just help protect what you've got going on with your nails. And to be honest, me doing my nails at home has just saved me time, money, and I don't have to take in all those fumes. And it's just cleanly for me. Like, I don't know if anybody else finds that. Yeah. Like, I still go into the salon here and there when I've got my mummy time alone. But I just didn't enjoy sitting for hours waiting just to get my nails done. And I just find me doing it at home more therapeutic. So yes, everything that I've used in the video, I'm going to link it down below. Any recommendations that I do have, I'll also link those down below. Um, Imagine I had to actually finish my nails with this girl sitting on my lap, but it is what it is. Anywho, after you've applied the top coat, you can wipe your nails with the alcohol. Yeah, with a cotton wool that's got alcohol or alcohol wipes, and it will just remove that sticky residue. I'm personally in love with the outcome of these nails. So now I'm just going over any bit that was left by the top coat and removing it. Then after you're done with your nails, you definitely want to go in with a cuticle oil. I couldn't find mine because the kids had been playing with it. But luckily I did have some coconut oil at hand, which is going to give you the same moisturization and the same shine. But yes, those are my tips just to get a little cute manicure at home that will last you a while. Do like, share and subscribe, and thanks for watching.